Once there was a shepherd lad kept sheep upon the hill, and he's laid his pipe in his crook aside, and there he slept his fill. He woke up on a river bank on a fine May morning, and there he spied a lady swimming in the clothes that she was born in. So he raised his head from his green bed and he approached the maid. Put on your clothes, my dear, he says, and do not be afraid. It's fitter for a lady fair to sew silken seam than to rise on a fine May morning and swim against the stream. Well, if you'll not touch my mantle and you'll leave my clothes alone, and I'll give you all the money, sir, that you can carry home. I'll not touch your mantle and I'll leave your clothes alone, but I'll tack you out of the clear water, my dear, to be my aim. And he's ta'en her out of the clear water and he's round her in his arms. Put on your clothes, my dear, he says, and hide your bounteous charms. Put her on a milk-white steed, himself upon another, and it's all along the way they rode, like sister and like brother. She rode him to her father's gate, and she straddled at the pen, and ready stood a porter there to let the fair maid in. Well, the gates were opened, it so nimbly she stepped in. She said, King sir, you are a fool without, and I'm a maid within. So fare ye weel, my modest boy, I thank you for your care. But had you done as you desired, I'd never have left you there. I will sew no silken seam on a fine May morning. You can bide your time till your time runs out, so take this as fair warning. I will sew no silken seam on a fine May morning. You can bide your time till your time runs out, so take this as fair warning.
That was the Battlefield Band from their 2001 album Happy Days, featuring Cream Paul. There was Shepherd Lad. You are listening to the Garden Sessions, gardensessions.co.uk, broadcasting across the globe with the best in traditional and contemporary folk music. I'm Jack Foster, and joining me as ever, the Tom Joad of the Scottish folk scene, Chris Silver, of course. I've lost my notes. I don't have any notes this week.
Well, yeah. But in many ways, Frank
Burkitt's off on the road.
I do a lot for the cause of the working man.
You do, indeed.
As much as I can. Well,
as did Tom Joad.
Indeed. Not quite as much as he did, but, you know.
Well, no one really knows how much he did, because...
Well, he was fictional anyway, so...
yeah, and the story ended when he went off to do that.
Oh, right. Well,
perhaps he was successful, perhaps he wasn't.
Anyway, yes. Shall I tell the listeners what's coming up on the show?
Please do.
Well, we have a really exciting show. We have regular features, the folky news, up to the minute news, as always, the official Garden Sessions download chart, the letters bag, and the feature from the Royal Oak Folkathon 2009. All in a good cause.
Yeah, indeed, another fantastic Saturday well spent.
Indeed, a marathon of folk. And we also have lots of great tunes from the likes of Megson, Genticorum, and many others.
It's an exciting lineup, Silver. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Of course.
Good. Yes. Well, we've got another tune coming up in just a moment, which is from Sean and Robin Gray. This is the... Tell us a little bit about Sean and Robin Gray.
Well, actually, we went to see them at the Wee Folk Club last week, and they're very, very talented musicians, brother and sister, and you can tell they have that special sort of sibling bond.
Listeners will be familiar with both Sean and Robin Gray from previous shows, because Sean obviously plays with the Paul McKenna Band, and Robin plays occasionally with the Paul McKenna Band, which is the stand-in fiddler for Rory McMillan, which is no mean feat for the BBC Young Traditional Musician of the Year.
Of course.
This is, from their MySpace. Unfortunately, there's no album to be gotten at the moment, but I'm sure at some point down the line that will happen. This is a song about selkies, which, Silver, selkies?
Timeless myth.
They live in the sea. They're like seals, are they not? And they come.
They're seals, but they generally turn into...
They turn into human beings and sort of woo human beings, and then marry them,
off back to the sea.
Yeah, and disappear. Tom, our international correspondent, actually wrote a song.
He's not a
about
selkie,
them.
But
he's not a selkie. He wrote a song about selkies. This isn't it. This is Sean and Robin Gray with Soul Scary.
and he'll be. But the very first shot that and he'll shoot, he'll kill both my young son and me. I am a man upon the land, and I'm a sulky and the sea. And when I'm far from land, my home matters and so scary. Alas, alas, cried the maiden fair, this weary fate that's laid on me. And in she sobbed and in she sighed, a tender-hearted bracken free. I am a man upon the land, and I'm a sulky and the sea. And when I'm far from land, my home matters and so scary. I am a man upon the land, and I'm a sulky and the sea. And when I'm far from land, my home matters and so scary.
Sean and Robin Gray, Soul Scary. And you can hear more from Sean and Robin for the time being at myspace.com/Sean and Robin Gray. Robin spelt, by the way, Robyn. We should probably try and speak to them about getting some of their music up on the Garden Sessions at some point. And getting it into the top 10. Which, talking of which, I've got a fax right here. Do you hear it? That's the fax. Yes. From Dave, hot off the press. He says there's one non-mover this week, there's one new entry, and there's one climber. Which is that's an interesting one. One of everything there. One non-mover, it could be the number one. Will the Paul McKenna Band retain the top spot? Who knows? You're listening to the Garden Sessions, gardensessions.co.uk. Contact us, of course, at podcast@gardensessions.co.uk. We've got the news in just a moment. Still to come on the show, though, later on, our special feature this week is this year's annual folkathon in aid of children's cancer charities at the Royal Oak in Edinburgh, which was a beast of a day, which we attended, and have a lovely feature on that for you.
I also have something to point as well. We should also say at this stage, in case anyone
is
wondering what's happened to Frank's cheeky.
Yes, I did touch on it before.
Jibes and banter. He is actually
is that a barbed comment?
Oh, no, tell him. I love it. I can't get enough of it myself.
You love Frank?
I said I can't get
That's
enough
strong words.
of his trademark banter. And yes, no, he is away.
It is trademarked, actually.
He's off touring New Zealand, actually.
And Australia, I believe. The Antipodes are being taken by storm, which is quite a job, but he's going to manage it somehow.
I believe there has been talk of the fact that his one of his songs, Who's Glad They're Not Australian, I Am, may one day become a hit in New Zealand, because he was over there last year and it went down very, very well.
But yes, he's off touring around there anyway, so if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you might want to check frankburkitt.co.uk, where I think he's got a list of gigs around there, so maybe there's one near you. Who knows? Silver.
It's news. It's folk.
What is it, Silver?
It's the folky news.
Who's it brought to us by?
And the folky news brought to you this week, as ever, in association with Paddy Board's Wee Folk Club.
Well, every Sunday night at the Oak, we've got the Wee Folk Club at 8:30, an intimate venue, 30 seats, acoustic. It's a great night out. We've got fantastic musicians and singers. Every Sunday night, do come along.
And on Sunday the 19th of April at the Wee Folk Club, it's Concerts Flamenco with Marta and Canty and Richard on guitar.
What was that? You sort of bumbled there.
I believe that Marta's the singer. Marta's flamenco singing and Richard's guitar appealed to audiences across different cultures. They've taken their music from Nova Scotia to places as remote as Sikkim and Fiji. In 2007, Marta and Richard won first prize in the solo duo category in Music Fest 2007, presented by AVR at Upper Clements Park, Nova Scotia.
That's a well-researched...
So a good bit of Canadian flamenco there. And no doubt Paddy'll be on the castanets, and dancing away.
So you try and stop him?
Although flamenco dancing in the Wee Folk Club would be quite a logistical challenge. But
I don't know. I've seen worse logistical challenges in the downstairs bar at the Royal Oak.
Haven't we all? Top story!
Yes, I think it's probably about time.
Folk lovers across the globe can look forward to one of the most exciting events in
I'm
folk
excited.
media since Archie Fisher donned a set of BBC Scotland headphones. Scotland's foremost folk
You're saying
podcast.
nothing exciting since then.
Well, there have been many exciting events, but this is down to be one of them, and I'll tell you what it is now. Scotland's foremost folk podcast will be taking a break for some spring cleaning after the next show. The Garden Sessions will return on June the 23rd with the relaunch of a substantially enhanced and expanded interactive service. An array of new features, all embossed with the Garden Sessions trademark house style, will be downloading to an MP3 player near you in the not-too-distant future. And you're looking for, we are going to be sort of
There is a buzz in the bothy. It has to be said, there is a buzz in the bothy.
There is, and our next episode will anticipate the summer in true Garden Session style with a live 3rd anniversary broadcast with special guests playing in the spectacular scenery of Arthur's Seat. And lovers of the show can
In Scotland's capital, Edinburgh, obviously.
of course. And lovers of the show can have their regular fix satiated in the interim with a selection of classic episodes. And we'll also bring updates on our progress in addition to a special Knock and Gark feature over this period. We're also keen to involve you, the listeners, in the process of building a new and improved folk hub.
That's
Any
right,
ideas,
you.
comments or suggestions can be sent to podcast@gardensessions.co.uk.
And can I just add on to that, Silver? For you listening at home with your headphones on, or maybe through the speakers, who knows? Yes, we're talking to you.
Yes.
So
yeah.
get onto your email account and send us your thoughts.
Yes, I mean, it is an exciting time
We are
to
actually
be
talking to you.
in the bothy, and you can have your say on what you would like to see on the Garden Sessions, because it'll all change, and all change for the better.
But still retaining the very best in traditional and contemporary folk music.
Of course. But even more
Goes
is
without
what we're
saying.
promising here. The second story. News has emerged in the world of minority languages, with many a dying tongue set to be given a new lease of life by an exciting new EU-funded initiative. 10 finalists singing in various Celtic and Scots languages have been chosen by a jury to perform at this year's Nos Ur song competition in Inverness in June. Nos Ur, meaning New Style in Gaelic, is a Celtic and Scots language competition which will see performers vying for the honour to perform at the Grand European Final Liet International Minority Languages Festival soon in October. First, they must win the regional final being held on June the 20th at the Eden Court Theatre in Inverness. Get yourself along there if you're a speaker of a minority language. Even if you're not, just, someone can
Every
translate
language is
for
a
you.
minority language in many ways other than English.
And the public will also be able to vote at their website www.nos/ur.eu. And that's the Folky News, and you can keep up to date with all the Folky News at gardensessions.co.uk/news.
You're not going to fill your belly with jingle pie or anything?
I might just do that.
As a fax here.
The official Garden Sessions download chart. The official Garden Sessions download chart.
This is the official Garden Sessions download chart based on free downloads from gardensessions.co.uk. We have one mover, non-mover, lots of movers, one new entry, one climber. At 10, we have a re-entry from Frank Burkitt with Working Hands, a tale of the farming and all that kind of stuff. And at 9, we've got up one from Nick Allmark with Carry You to Freedom. At 8, re-entry from Kiss the Mistress with Gyamparua. At 7, we're heading northeast with Scott Gardner and Bruni's Bonnie Doctor. At 6, a re-entry from Behold the Field of Megaliths and Weir. At 5, down 4, the Paul McKenna Band. Down 4! All the way!
So we have a new number one.
Yes!
Shock.
With Take My Hand.
Take my hand. Take my hand. I'll make a stand for once I know. Thou sacrifice with no remorse.
New album available in all good record stores across the country. And
Between
we have
Two Worlds.
Between Two Worlds, indeed. We have a re-entry from Sinead Connolly. At 4
4,
with
yeah.
Inisheer. 3, a non-mover from Hayley Beavis and all. At 2, a re-entry from Andy Chung, The Penny Falls. Oh, it's almost
Running out of
the
breath
official
here.
Garden Sessions number 1. It's a new entry.
A brand new entry.
Brand new entry.
Oh, tell me.
Shall I? No.
Please.
Okay, I will do. Carolyn Pugh with Johnny Sangster.
Yes.
All the seasons in the year when we mun work the saddest. The harvest is the foremost time, and yet it is the rarest. We rise as soon as morning, nae craters could be blither. We buckle on our finger seals and follow with the scyther. For you, Johnny, you, my Johnny Sangster, I'll trim the gavel o' my sheaf, for you're the gallant bandster. A morning piece to line her cheek, afore that we gae forder, we cluds a blue tobacco-reek, we then set out in order. The sheaves are flying thick and fast, and Johnny he mun bind them, the busy group, for fear they stick and scarcely look behind them. For you, you, my Johnny Sangster, I'll trim the gavel o' my sheaf, for you're the gallant bandster. I'll gie ye bands that win a slip, I'll pleat them weel and thraw them, I'm sure they'll win a tine the grip, whoever will ye draw them. I'll lay my leg a-tower the sheaf, and draw the band sae handy, we ilka stray his strokes a rash, and that'll be the dandy. For you, you, my Johnny Sangster, I'll trim the gavel o' my sheaf, for you're the gallant bandster. If e'er a chance to be my lot to get a gallant bandster, I'll gar him wear a gentle coat and bring him gowd in hand foos. But Johnny he can please himsel', I wouldna wish him blinket. Say after he has brewed his ale, he can sit down and drink it. For you, you, my Johnny Sangster, I'll trim the gavel o' my sheaf, for you're the gallant bandster. A dainty cooey in the byre for butter and for cheeses, a grumpy feeding in the sty would keep the hoose in greases, a bonny owie in the bucht would help to crease the ladle, and we'll get rough so canny woo would help to theek the cradle. For you, you, my Johnny Sangster, I'll trim the gavel o' my sheaf, for you're the gallant bandster.
Great to hear a new voice there in the number 1 slot. Carolyn Pugh with Johnny Sangster. Lovely, lovely singer, I think. And
very good,
an unheard
yes.
voice in many ways.
Indeed.
It's great to have that, I think.
Absolutely. What's coming up, Silver?
Well, if anyone's feeling charitable, we have
Why?
a report on a charity event which you can listen to.
So you don't have to feel charitable. If anyone's feeling like listening to a charity event.
Who can say it inspire some listeners to be charitable? You know, I mean, I'm sure our listeners are.
Indeed.
Sort of.
Incidentally, if any of our listeners are feeling charitable, you can make a donation to the Garden Sessions at gardensessions.co.uk.
That's another cause.
That's another cause, certainly not probably as good a cause as the cause being presented by the Royal Oak Folkathon.
No.
For which there is a feature later on. Anyway, yes. Okay, Tunesters, rejoice. You've got 7.5 minutes ahead of you. Silver, you've got to do the pronunciation
All
here.
the way from Quebec, we have Genticorum with Hommage à André Alain. And, well, see you in 7.5 minutes. Quite a sense of rhythm, haven't they?
Oh,
Genticorum.
I would say I'm out of breath from dancing, but I haven't faked the out of breath, so I obviously haven't been dancing.
But that foot has been a tapping.
Oh,
hasn't it?
tell me about it.
And that was Genticorum with homage à André Alain from their 2008 album La Bibournoise. What's coming next, Jack?
The Garden Sessions Letters Band.
Yes, it's that time of the show, listeners. It's your bit. Yeah, this bit belongs to you. Sorry. Yes, I have a letter here from Richard in Qatar. Starts off, Silver Watch. That's just the header. His distinctive, hushed, velvety tones have been heard providing greenside commentary in Augusta, next stop the Crucible Theatre, Sheffield.
What does that mean?
Well, I tried to find out what this means. I think it's something to do with golf, but I might be wrong. But have you been providing greenside commentary?
No, I know nothing about golf, actually. I think
Silver Watch in many ways reminds me a bit of that Bill Oddie thing, Spring Watch.
But I think perhaps
is it the same sort of thing?
I think perhaps
Maybe we should have a section called Silver Watch.
But I think perhaps the pace of golf commentary is similar to my pace at folk commentary.
No, come on, it's probably a little bit swifter.
Well, indeed. but you know, I don't feel the need to rush my syllables.
Hey, no, but not wanting to rush you, Silver. But I believe you've got a letter there.
I do. I have a letter here from Philippe in Rennes, and this is actually related to the tune that we've just heard. He says, "Salut, I am a fiddler from Brittany." It means hi in French. I'm a fiddler from Brittany. Do you?
Yes.
And came across a great band when I was in Glasgow for Celtic Connections. Genticorum, they are an incredibly talented band from Quebec. I think your listeners would enjoy them. Keep up the good work. And we did enjoy, we thought you would enjoy, and you just got 7.5 minutes of them. So, but as Philippe has demonstrated, we are always keen to, if you have any tunes that you think should be played in the show, we're always keen to hear from you. It's always good to discover a new
Absolutely.
act.
Can I just interject there, Silver? Just in case, are you a fan of Matt McGinn?
I love, yes, and that song about the yo-yo.
Well, on the 30th of April, and the 1st and 2nd of May.
Rolling Hills, the border, though, is a wonderful song.
Very good, yes. He's not from the borders, though.
No,
in the East Kilbride Arts Centre, the Glasgow genius, Matt McGinn, his life, politics and humour are presented in an evening of music, song and an anecdote.
Wow.
So, yes, book early to avoid disappointment.
Indeed.
Just thought I'd raise that.
Sage advice there.
Yes, indeed. Time now for our feature, though, this week. It is the 2009 annual Royal Oak Folkathon. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about it, really.
Just listen in.
And yes, it's all said for you here. It's Saturday, the 4th of April 2009, and I am standing in the doorway of number 1 Infirmary Street, Edinburgh, the Royal Oak, the Grand Ole Opry of Folk, to cover this year's Folkathon, annual Folkathon, raising funds for cancer charities, organised by Ivor Burney, with live folk music from 12 noon through till God only knows what hour in the morning. I am joined by my co-host, Carolyn and Ona Scott. Carolyn, here we are.
Here we are, the music has started, it's all flowing, as always, hit off by Andy Chung. And
We've come in kind of halfway through, so we have missed Andy's set here. Give us a rundown of what music we can expect today.
Well, now we have Ian Robertson, who's been playing for about half an hour now.
Can you hear him in the background there?
We have Bill Purvis, which would be great to see, I've not seen him in a long time. Then we have some tune time with Sarah McFadden and Sandy Wright, that'll be a pound an hour, I'm sure. Neil Thompson hopefully will be showing up at 5 o'clock. I hear Bella Hardy has had to pull out, but no fear, she will be
2 cancellations thus far.
but she will be replaced by Roscoe Galloway, so it's certainly not a bad thing.
Equal talents, I would say.
Talents.
Yes, Catherine Nicola and Friends is at 7 till 8, and Ivor has on the poster mystery guest between 8 and 9, but I can tell you, seeing as this is going out after the event, that is a lie. There is no mystery guest. He's chancing his arm.
I was looking forward to that one too. I was really looking forward to that.
And then, of course, the normal Oak music into the early hours after that as well. Shall we go inside and hear what Ian Robertson's got to offer us?
sing but probably don't know the words. So I'm going to do a wee verse here that you can all join in. You'll be able to sing this whether you're Irish, Scottish, Chinese, even English can join in this. Come on, let's have a wee sing along here. Nice wee easy verse for you. Here we go. La 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 la. Told you. La la la.
Andy Chung joins me outside the Oak at the moment. Unfortunately, missed your set, Andy. As ever, a traditional start to the Folkathon, the annual Folkathon here at the Royal Oak. How did you feel that your set went and the day is progressing?
Oh, I enjoyed my set, Jack. It was really nice. Aye, you know, it's the start of the day. I was hitting some notes there, and usually they're 9 o'clock at night notes, but I was trying to hit them during the day, and it was, yeah, but that wasn't bad.
Has there ever been a set that you've not enjoyed, Andy?
Oh, well, there's been one or two over the years, but I didn't think about them. I didn't think about them. Most of the time,
But not today?
Not today, I enjoyed it. It's always nice being back in the Oak again.
If you could describe the atmosphere in here in one word, what would it be?
Warmth.
And if wishes were fishes, I know where to be. Casting my nets in the dark road and sea. And if my net's empty when it comes back to shore, then I throw it away and go fishing alone. I wish I was home again, home in my heart again. It's been such a long time since my heart talked to me. Writing my tide of rhymes, trying to turn back time. If wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets in the sea.
Well, every year the Royal Oak Folkathon takes place thanks to the dedication and hard work, or some might say lack of, from the one and only Ivor Burney, who joins me now. Ivor, of course, the important thing about today is that money's been raised for various cancer charities. Can you give us an idea of what charities raising money for and why you felt it was important to?
I think it's important. It's going towards a children's cancer unit, and as well as elderly people being hit with cancer, there's younger people in life that deserve all the support that they need at such a young age with such a serious illness.
Well, as the day progresses and as the possibility of more and more alcohol being consumed, is there a chance that this may be the first year that we'll see you performing a few songs in the Folkathon?
Considering I'm not drinking, I don't think it will be.
The rain has just cleared and I've popped outside the Oak and I'm joined by Bill Purvis, who's just finished doing his hour for the Folkathon. Bill, we've not seen you in the Oak in a while. Is it nice to be back playing at the Oak?
Of course it is. What else can I say? I like coming up on a Sunday because you get nice music on a Sunday between 4 and 8. It's nice and kind of gentle kind of music. You know, there's not too many drunk folk like me in at that time, you see.
And are you going to hang around for a while and check out the rest of the day?
I'm supposed to have a pal coming for Shetland, but I think he's fog bound, so I'll stay for a while.
Good stuff.
Aye.
We might get another song out of you later on when it all digresses.
Maybe.
I'm joined at the bar now by May Mackenzie, who has been doing a sterling job of keeping the pints flowing all afternoon. How have you been enjoying the day?
Absolutely marvellous, the same as it always is for the Folkathon. We get a lot of local support and a lot of tourists as well. It's well supported. It's a really good day.
And will you be sticking around after your shift to join in a little bit?
I don't think so. That'll do me, 6 o'clock and I'll be off.
I've just managed to catch a second with Colin Brown of the Rebus Tours and Alan Foster of the Literary Pub Crawl. Now you guys are in the Oak very often. This must make a bit of a change for your tours coming in to see a Folkathon.
Well, I was at the Folkathon last year and it was just as great. It was really, really good fun. You know, you never know who you're going to meet. I just met Andy Chung going out the door there. Jack Foster of Garden Sessions in the corner, Blind Bill's there. It's just great. It's a great atmosphere. What do you think, Colin?
It's wonderful, actually. I forgot this was on. I'm only back here to keep out the rain. So I've got the fright of my life coming in here, and the place is mobbed, and the places you can hear in the background there, you know, there's all Blind Bill getting it laldy there, and Jack Foster tinkling away on the guitars. It was wonderful. So God knows what time I'm going to get home and get my 4-season pizza tonight, I think. This is... I'll be here for a while maybe. We're in the right place. We're in a nice warm pub, nice coothy atmosphere, and I'm with my mate Alan here, so this is great. What a rare ending to the day.
Chris Silver's old sparring partner from Four Chords and the Truth, Ewan, joins me now. Ewan, we have to speak in fairly hushed tones because we've got tunes happening right in front of us here, but how are you finding the Folkathon?
It's been great so far, yeah, it's been fantastic, yep.
All in a good cause. Will you be getting your fiddle out later on today?
I hope so, yep. I might go and have my dinner first, but...
Good idea, good idea. Never play on an empty stomach, the old adage goes.
That's what they always say, yeah.
These sounds of fun, when they remind me of my Jimmy, such fond delight does steal upon me when Jeannie and sings to me. She alone can you like me as gracefully.
I've just grabbed Neil Thompson, who's just finished in his hour slot at the Folkathon. How did you find it, Neil?
It was a lot of fun. It usually is when you're doing something for charity. You're doing it for something else. The whole atmosphere is different, and it was great fun. Yeah.
And you were commenting halfway through your set there that it's strange not to be able to pass a guitar on and get someone else to do a song.
There's usually this Harland person comes and does a couple of songs, but she just sat there and did nothing today. I'm shocked.
Such fun you like that steal upon me when Jeannie and sings to me. Dumbarton's drums, these sounds of bonny.
Well, Neil Thompson's off and running upstairs, and I'm joined by Sarah McFadden, who's just finished her set this afternoon. How did you feel that went?
Oh, it was good crack, yeah. We went for an eclectic bunch of tunes, and I had Joey on the cello and Sandy on the guitar.
You're a fairly busy jobbing musician these days, but you find the time still to come along and do these kinds of things. How important do you think this kind of event is to the folk scene?
Oh, I think it's very important. I think there should be more.
If you could describe the atmosphere in one word today, what would that word be?
Rocking.
I don't read papers, I don't watch the news, and I don't even own one whole pair of shoes. But I like onions in my sausage stew, I do. This is a Handel blues. There's a junkie sniffing gas in his ass. I suppose she's leaking out the morphine. Isn't it a gay scene? I'm safe in 20. When I hear you screaming, I'm already dreaming. Well, give me brown sauce on my Mitchell's roll, just around the corner from my Nat King Cole. If you give me your ear, I will give you my soul, I know. I like living in a loving place. I wake up every morning and I wash my face. I like my drums and I like my bass. I like living in a loving
place. It's tune time, Catherine Nichol and friends. As we're nearing, well, not the end, it's just late evening now. It's the sun is about to go down. Silver, the atmosphere is electric in here. What can you see?
Indeed, well, I can see fiddles all over the place.
You say that, there's two fiddles.
They have congregated.
Freddie Thompson and Catherine Nichol on fiddle.
Indeed, and isn't it wonderful to hear two masters of the bow at work?
Masters of the bow, indeed. Well, hopefully we'll speak to Catherine later on, but so we'll hold off on the jig for now, because we're going to keep speaking for just a moment here.
We're only just halfway there. I mean, there's still
Bon Jovi, as they would say.
I wouldn't say that personally, but you're welcome to.
I've heard you say it in the past.
No, you haven't.
You see, folks, there's a party atmosphere here. Let's enjoy some more of the tunes. Catherine Nichol joins me now in the stairwell of the Oak. Fantastic set, along with Freddie Thompson and many other sort of regulars who would possibly be more familiar to the Sandy Bells crowd than the Royal Oak. This is not the first folkathon either that you've taken part in.
Last year.
How do you find the event, and how important do you think this kind of thing is to the folk scene at large?
I think it's quite important for people to come together and do stuff for charity, music-wise, because, you know, you're giving something back.
What folk music's all about in many ways.
Aye.
The atmosphere has been described as warm, has been described as electric. If you had to describe it in one word, what word would you choose?
Good crack and happy.
The folkathon has come to an end for another year, and the evenings, the normal evening sessions are beginning now in the Oak. Hunter in the background there, as you can hear, firing up. But the place is a jumping, and the night is still young. Silver?
Well, yes, as you said, the night is still young. Again, we've got another about 5 hours to go now.
Silver, I think a good idea. Maybe grab a guitar and see what happens.
As always, and it's interesting, I mean, today, like, the shelf that contains the guitars in the Royal Oak is rammed full. There's literally, you could not fit one other guitar on there, literally, and it's been a great day, you know.
This is what folk music's all about. This is what the Royal Oak's all about. This is what raising money for charity's all about.
I think we should listen to Alan Hunter's classic rendition of Andy M. Stewart.
Indeed. Till next year.
And I'm over 89, I tell you just again. We are rolling party down and over. We're on the country over and together when we summer. We're on the country over and together when we summer. We're on the country over and together we face the world. You heathen scum! Get your money in the box!
I think he should work for Oxfam, personally.
It's a very effective advert.
Damn sight better than those people that hang about in the streets with a clipboard, you know.
Oh, God, yeah, no, well, yes, let's not
clear.
slag off anything. So that's the problem, you can't. Yes, that's the Royal Oak Folkathon, the annual Royal Oak Folkathon, and that report featured the voices and tunes of Ian Robertson, Andy Chung, Neil Thompson, Roscoe Galloway, Colin Brown, Alan Foster, May Mackenzie, Catherine Nichol, Sarah McFadden, Bill Purvis, and Alan Hunter. That's reading from the other side of the room, but there's a few additions here. Sorry, Ivor Burney as well, of course, who organised the whole thing in a slightly slipshod manner, I have to say, because I only knew it was happening the night before, along with I think most people. And Ewan MacDonald, Silver's old sparring partner with Four Cars and the Truth.
That's right. Yes.
We still spar from time to time.
Indeed we do. And but you know, again, it was a great day for.
Indeed, and Carolyn Anona Scott, obviously. That's the last name. I'm done listing. Anyway, yes, but what a night, and also some news as well about that shelf that Silver was talking about at the end there, packed with guitars. After that event, now the shelf is no longer allowed to be used for instrument storage.
Because one broke.
Well, no, it didn't. It almost maybe did, but it didn't.
Right.
Podcast.
Ooh, and here we are again at the
Yes,
end of episode
indeed.
86. We're going to play out with Megson, Oh Mary Will You Go, from the album Take Yourself a Wife, which was released in February, and they were nominated for Best Duo at this year's BBC Radio 2 Folk Awards. Good tune, I would say. Very good song.
And of course, next show, we shall not be coming from the Bothy. We'll be coming from the hillside,
an undisclosed location on Arthur's Seat.
Indeed,
somewhere.
with the Edinburgh in the background and a wonderful lineup of folk
guests. Yes, should be good. It's been smooth, I would say. Till next time, from myself, Jack Foster, and Chris Silver. Take it easy.
Good night.
Oh Mary, will you go?
Oh Mary, will you go across the sea and along with me? Oh Mary, will you go? Go across the raging seas to seek home in a foreign land and leave the banks of tears and bid farewell to shady bars where we spent so many hours and where we gathered the wildflowers in childhood's early days. Mary, will you go? Oh Mary, will you go across the sea and along with me? Oh Mary, will you go? Oh stay, dear, will you stay? Why leave your home and friends and learn to be content with what our Heavenly Father sends? And Willie, don't yourself deceive, and men's fine gilded tales believe. Hardship shall find your heart to grieve when you are far away. But Mary, what's there here but toil and poverty? And as for friends you're thinking of, what have they done for me? Here I sweat and dig for lead, with smoke and dust to earn my bread, and go off clothed and go off fed till I can work no more. Mary, will you go? Oh, Mary, will you go across the sea and along with me? Oh, Mary, will you go? Besides, dear Willie, bear in mind there's ravenous beasts of every kind, and poisonous serpents there you'll find, whose bite is instant death. Oh Mary, calm your fears, the ravenous beasts there are, yet ravenous ones of humankind, they are the worst by far. Did to tell you plain, all your persuasions are in vain. Next week I mean to cross the main, so Mary, will you go? Oh Mary, will you go? Oh Mary, will you go across the sea and along with me? Oh Mary, will you go? Just pack up my clothes and go, I will not stay behind. And Willie, I will be thy wife, though cares and trouble should be rife, I'll cheer and comfort thee through life. Dear Willie, will go.